The quality of your essay depends largely on how well you engage with your sources. Hi, I'm Richard Carrigan. Let's go ahead and spend the next few moments talking about effective strategies for using sources in your research project. When working with sources, we essentially have two options. Option A, we can simply read the articles or books, take a few notes, and then set them aside. And option B, we can read deeply and try to understand the writer's ideas, what they're really saying about the topic they're writing about. The key here is to have a meaningful conversation with the author, ask the writer questions about the passage, and then allow that passage to answer those questions. If you don't do this, well, you know what happens. Your sources might just become information rather than well thought out ideas that you need for writing your essay. But if we engage in the reading, you'll understand more of what the writer is really saying. Now, this doesn't happen by reading an article just once. Plan to read each source at least twice. First, go through it quickly to get an overview of the passage. Focus on understanding the writer's main ideas and any key points they are making. Then second, go through the source more slowly. Ask questions and try to understand the reasoning behind the ideas. Be engaged and do read between the lines. For example, when reading a source on climate change, you might first identify the author's main argument. Then in your second reading, ask questions about why they say what they say. Compare their findings with other sources or consider how their conclusions might be applied to your situation. And don't be afraid to let the passage challenge your ideas as well. After all, it's when an argument contradicts our assumptions that leads us to reassess and reevaluate our own position. Now, we must not forget the note-taking part of our research, because if we don't take good notes and we need that information later, well, you know what will happen. We'll do a lot of rereading, and that'll take a lot of time to find all that information again. Now, here's some ideas on taking good notes. Create a template, and on the template include the author's name, the title, and the page number. Add sections below for keywords, the writer's main claim, any potential quotes or paraphrases that you think you might use on your essay. And of course, don't forget the citations for those quotes and paraphrases. If you write this information down, it will certainly save you a lot of time later. Now, at the beginning of this video, we talked about two options. We can either read an article, take a few notes, or we can read deeply and try to understand the writer's ideas. The easy way is to choose option A, of course. But is it really the easy way? The reality is, in the long run, it will actually take more time than if we choose option B. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. I want to wish you the best in your next writing project. Until next time, take care.